Alright, James, and now we're going to talk about Serge Ibaka. Keith Smith actually reported that interest is stepped up, moving Ibaka from the Orlando Magic, even though they just recently acquired him in the previous free agency. And they would have moved him already because they've received several offers, but they're holding out for a package of young players and picks.
It's interesting, Tim. I don't think there's much value in Ibaka at the moment, especially since he's an expiring contract at the end of the year. So any team looking to make a deal for him is probably going to have to be reassured that he's going to re-sign with them. So that probably rules out the teams that are out of the playoff race for this season. So that probably leaves, the Rockets, maybe the Nuggets, Trailblazers, and the Raptors. They're probably the four options, but for me, the Rockets and the Raptors seem most likely. Rockets don't necessarily need an upgrade, at the power forward position, but the Raptors definitely do. So, but all can put up a package of players and picks, Tim. So what do you think?
Well, I think the Nuggets can definitely put up a package of picks and players as well. And it's been a long saga with Kenneth Faried. They wanted an upgrade on him for the last 2 or 3 years, really. Yeah. So I reckon there's a possible deal there. Ibaka's been averaging just over 30 minutes a game at 30.3. He started all 49 games he's appeared in for the Orlando Magic. He's averaging career highs in points, James, at 14, almost a career high at 14.9. He's averaging a career high in assists and steals at 1.1 and 0.6 respectively, and 38.3% is the best he's ever shot from the three-point land.
Yeah, so look, the steals and the assists aren't really valuable to you as a fantasy outlook, but the three-point percentage is pretty fantastic, 38%, knocking it down at a clip of around 1.5 a game. So that's pretty handy if he's going to shoot 38% across the entire season. If you're looking at maybe the Raptors and the Rockets in this instance, his output will probably go up in that extent. The Rockets encourage three-point attempts, so you can probably be looking at him shooting maybe 5 or 6 attempts a game, and it's probably same in Toronto with the better spacing that those two clubs have. So that's pretty handy. But interesting enough, his rebounding numbers and his blocks, which is what he's renowned for throughout his career, are at a career low, excluding his rookie year.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get at, James. The real reason why his fantasy value will increase, because this is a fantasy basketball podcast, so we do have to talk about the fantasy value. At the Rockets, Nuggets, and Trailblazers, he'll be not the first rim protector, he'll be the only rim protector.
So block numbers should go up.
Rockets have no one who can play defense around the rim. The Nuggets do have Kenneth Faried, but he's a bit small. And he's only a blocker. He's not really much else.
Jokic is more in the power forward mould.
Nurkic does have that role, but he doesn't play very much anymore, and Jokic is not a very good rim protector.
No.
Ibaka would fit in really well there. I think his rebounds and block numbers would go up significantly, and because it's a high-pace offense, and there'd be a lot of assisting, a lot of stealing, and a lot of shooting threes. And that's going to happen at the Rockets and the Trailblazers as well. So there's a lot of rim protecting for him, and I reckon his fantasy value is just going to skyrocket.
Yeah, so any of these teams, I reckon
Get it? Skyrocket?
Yeah. His fantasy value definitely goes up if he secures a trade in my books. But let's just talk, Tim, about what happens in Orlando. So they've stepped up trade interest in Vucevic as well. They're trying to get rid of Vuce. Don't know why, but they are. So Bismack Biyombo's minutes will just increase exponentially because who have they got behind him? Zimmerman. That's about it. Not really many people behind him there in Orlando. So Biyombo becomes pretty important if Vucevic gets traded. Aaron Gordon probably becomes a bit maybe fantasy relevant in a sense because if Ibaka goes, because with Vucevic and Ibaka out, opens up some slots for Aaron Gordon, who they've force-fed at small forward, but I think he's more of a power forward, and they'll come to realise that with Ibaka leaving.
And just in case the Nuggets do trade, this is just an example. Say the Nuggets trade for Ibaka, it'll be a pick and probably one of Gallinari, Chandler, or Barton.
Yeah,
it'll be one of them. So say Gallinari is the one who gets sent over because that's a life-for-life trade as in expiring contract. He'll be the number one scorer because their number one scorer at the moment is Evan Fournier, and he was also a Denver Nugget at one point, and he was never our number one scorer.
Yeah, Gallinari.
He'll slide to shooting guard, and Gallinari will become the number one small forward and pretty much the only designated shooter on that team.